certainly noticeable and, you know, definitely felt. And we all know how much he loved Annie and how proud he was of her always. Annie. Now Annie's here.
Annie, hi.
So I was saying to Ron, we all know how much he loved Annie and how proud he was of her always. And we know how happy he was that Jonny came into her life and how delighted he was that their relationship grew stronger and closer over time. And he certainly would have been beyond thrilled with everything going on this weekend. But we also know that he would not have been one to want to make long speeches and would want everyone to continue just to have fun, eating, drinking, and celebrating. Here's to Ron, forever in our hearts.
Okay, here we go. First off, I want to quote my dear friend Lana Griffin, also my writing partner, so I have to credit her. She made a toast at our wedding. And she said, "This just feels so right." And so does this. And it was right for us, and it's right for the two of you. Annie and Jonny first met in Hebrew school. Jonny was so smart about love, even at that tender age, that the intense passion and intensely they felt could not be constrained by the four walls of Temple Isaiah. So he hightailed it out of there, never to return to that temple. Many years later, totally by chance, they found each other again at UC Santa Barbara, across the salad bar. They caught each other's eye, the spark was still there. Jonny, true to form, waited 4 years to ask Annie to go steady. She said, "What the hell?" No, she said, "Yes, I'll go steady with you. Why not give this a try?" We're here today celebrating this amazing couple because they knew that true love was rare and worth waiting for, and that timing in love and life is everything. Jonny, we're going to be so happy and proud to call you son-in-law. Annie, I've always been, from the minute you were born, proud to call you daughter. I've been amazed by you, in awe of your beauty, your smarts, your ability to go after what you want, your strength. I remember the first time I looked at you and I thought, she's so much smarter than me. She was like 6 at the time. To Annie and to Jonny, I'm very drunk. But I love you both so much. I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy for you both. Love forever, the two of you. L'chaim.
Jonny and Annie, you guys are the definition of meant to be, and it's been pretty amazing to watch the two of you together. Are you going to hold it? Since moving here. You care so deeply for each other and love each other so much. It's truly amazing to see. Jonny, thank you for loving my sister the way that you do. Thank you for being so good to her and for always being her biggest supporter. During the good times and the bad, you really have become a part of our family, and we really feel so lucky to have you. You're smart, caring, and make really funny jokes that I don't always get right away. But when I do, it makes me appreciate your dry sense of humor that much more. I'm so excited to officially call you my brother-in-law. Annie, I look up to you in so many ways. I would not be who I am today if it weren't for you. You are such an amazing big sister who I know will always be there for me. I love you and I feel so lucky to be your sister. I'm so happy that you found the love of your life and I wish you both nothing but happiness, adventure, and excitement. Congratulations to the wonderful couple. We all love you so much.
I'm Jonny's sister Amy, and this is our mom Sue. So, Jonathan was pretty easy to raise, except for age 4 when we couldn't take him out in public. Other than that, he's been cooperative, responsible, good-humored, a quick learner, and extra considerate. Annie, you're getting a good deal. And Jonny, you are also getting a great deal. We love Annie. We were comfortable with her from the day we met her. Since then, she has braved large family dinners, really, really long Passover seders, and relatively intense road trip conversations. But she has truly become a part of our family. Jonny, Annie, I see how you complement each other, you support each other, and you truly bring out the best in each other. I see how well Jonny fits in with Annie's generous, loving family. And we're thrilled to be celebrating your marriage tomorrow.
Woo! Yeah!
Annie and Jonny, we hope your friendship and your love continue to grow even stronger every day. We wish you a lifetime of happiness together. I would like to thank Elena and Phil, Elena and Phil, and Bob and Jay for helping to make Annie and Jonny's beautiful wedding weekend possible. And thanks to all of you for joining us.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm Bob's wife and lucky to be part of this beautiful family, especially at this time. And I was thinking about the difference between being a couple and being married. And what's beautiful about being married is that the language changes. You go from becoming just my boyfriend, my girlfriend, or even my fiance to, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, and treasured part of a bigger family that they become the center of. And I'm just so thrilled to see that what you guys are doing is creating like the center of a community that wraps its arms around you to be just special. And you guys are so beautiful together that it's a thrill to be here for your wedding. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. I want to present a special gift to Annie and Jonny. It's called a Grommen. A Grommen is a rhyming, sing-songy, personalized tune. That's a family tradition that my father, Jonny's grandpa, began writing many years ago, and which we've emulated for other occasions. So this is for you guys.
Woo! La 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 la, and we all need to participate to make it really special.
Okay, here it goes. Welcome everybody to this beautiful occasion. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. So glad you come from your various locations. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. We are thrilled to celebrate the bride and groom. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. To tell you the truth, we're over the moon. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. From the day he was born, Johnny was a delight. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. He followed his sister around day and night. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. His hair stood straight up, so we called him Spike. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Energetic and playful was what he was like. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Both sides of our family were always around. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. He treasured the love and support that he found. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Toby and Simcha, Leon and Pearl. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. He charmed his grandparents and rocked their world. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. As a kid, he was always on the go. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Basketball, soccer, flag football, and more. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Math and piano and time spent with friends. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Halloween, adventure, and busy weekends. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. When Johnny met Annie at the age of 14. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. He had no idea she'd be the girl of his dreams. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. In Santa Barbara, their paths crossed again. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Slowly but surely they became more than friends. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. After a semester abroad, they connected once more. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Together again, they were finally sure. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. After graduation, they moved to LA. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Got degrees and credentials and still make time to play. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. When we met Annie, we were overjoyed. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. She was friendly and warm and so sweet to our boy. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. We felt that it was meant to be. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. So glad she's now part of our family. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Last verse. Johnny and Annie say mazel tov. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Our hearts are bursting with glee and with love. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. To the bride and groom who are so dear. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Let's raise a glass and give a cheer. Tra-la-la-la-la-la.
Speak up. Speak up.
What? All right, I'm Dylan.
Hi, Dylan.
Sorry if I look down at this.
Speak up.
That much, so.
Get close to the mic.
Closer. So there's a lot to say about Johnny, Flan Bird, Flan Juan DeMarco, Flan John. So the first time I met Johnny was at the Hoops and Swoops Harlem Globetrotters camp at the JCC. Very fitting, right? We were 10 years old. We then reunited at Palms Middle School, then went to Camp All-Marine and Hamilton High School together. Growing up, Johnny's place was like a second home to me. I really got close to him and his family from 10 years old on. It was the years of attending Camp Olanim that turned a motley crew of boys. So they're all over there. Jeff, Jeremy, Joey. All into a really hearty group of guys. Most of us have been friends for 15 to 20 years. And at 28, I mean, that's really incredible. It really brings a type of companionship amongst a group that adds a level of trust that's indescribable. Honestly, I think Jonny and I became close because we have somewhat similar backgrounds, as far as we're both descendants of Hungarian grandparents who survived the war. I think it's because Jonny reminds me of people in my own family. You're kind of like my brother now. Jonny holds important characteristics that assure me that he'll make a wonderful husband for Annie. Jonny is down to earth, and I don't mean this to be cliche. I say this because Jonny is extremely grounded and always has been. His confidence gets him through tasks and responsibilities with relative ease. He's easygoing, helpful, and amenable, all essential traits for communicating and supporting Annie. He knows how to have a good time and make sure those around him do too. He's generous, sensitive, and more than anything, a really, really good listener. Enough about Jonny. Let's talk about the bride-to-be, Annie. Annie, I met you a year before Jonny at Temple Isaiah. It's been a pleasure getting to know you over the better part of a decade. It's crazy to think that it's been that long. But, you're always so sweet, compassionate, friendly, and not to mention you have a solid sense of humor, which is necessary for Jonny. I love how you and Jonny complement each other. You've been able to temper his wild side while still enjoying it when it inevitably comes out. Tonight and tomorrow, you guys will all get it back to back again. In the last few years, it's been especially wonderful seeing you two come together as a unit. Both of you pursued careers in education, and both are excelling at it. You figured out a great life for yourself with summers off. We're all jealous of that. I only wish you two the best life together, and will everybody join me and put your glasses up? For,
Jonny and Annie!
Can you guys hear me? Okay. Good evening. My name is Kylie, and I have... Alright. I'm Kylie, and I had the pleasure of living with Annie for 3 out of our 4 years of college. And we actually met our very first night at Santa Barbara, and we both lived on the 3rd floor of the FT dorms. But little did we know, we actually grew up 1 block away from each other at home. And thank goodness that we lived so close together at home, because I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't see Annie over winter break, spring break, and summer break. And quite frankly, I have no idea what I would have done had we graduated and moved to separate states. Sometimes when I think about college, I regret the fact that I didn't go to a school with a big sports program. And sometimes when I talk to my friends about this, they'll say, you know, if you could do it all over again, would you choose a different school? And I always say I would still go to Santa Barbara, and that's solely because of you, Annie. Having the most transformative time of my life and going through it with you is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. You're not only real to people's faces, but you're always true to yourself. And you always listen and you never judge, and that's something that I've always admired about you, and I think that's why everyone always confides in you. And I truly believe that friends are the family you choose, and Annie, you've been my sister for quite some time now. When I look back at Santa Barbara, you're in every memory I see, and one of my favorite memories is the first night that we lived together. And I remember after a long day of, moving in, we were just laying in our beds, and I was looking up at the ceiling, and we had these glow-in-the-dark stars. And I remember thinking, how cool is this? How lucky am I? I get to live with my best friend. Aww. and you truly were the best roommate. And that's not just because some of our other roommates were questionable. Yes, we did have a roommate who didn't realize that you could put toilet paper in American toilets. And we also had a roommate who thought it was a good idea to bring her 5-year-old sister and stay with us for a week. But no, you really were the best roommate because you were so considerate. Whenever you woke up before me, I never heard you. You quizzed me before every big exam I had. You taught me that tofu and veggies and a little bit of garlic salt made for the best dinner. And it's okay to have frozen yogurt for dinner if you want. But most importantly, you were the best person to do absolutely nothing with. And while I love celebrating love, this wedding is particularly meaningful to me, and that's not just because I got to witness your relationship grow over time. And I do remember the first night we all went out and Isla Vista together, and I remember there was a spark. And it's not just because I did watch your relationship develop over time and then blossom into the beautiful relationship that it is today. And Jonny, Annie must truly love you that she went camping with you and then had a really good time. But no, truly, I think that this wedding means so much to me because Jonny's been, always more than just Annie's boyfriend, and always more than her fiance today, and tomorrow her husband. But Jonny's always been my friend, and I think that all of Annie's friends and family feel the same way. Jonny, you have this ability to walk into the room and befriend everyone, and whenever I talk to you, you always make me feel so special. And all I wanted for Annie was to meet the perfect person, and I couldn't be happier that she chose you to spend the rest of her life with. I know you two will take very good care of each other, and I love you two from the bottom of my heart. So, if everyone could raise your glasses and cheers to a life full of endless love, adventure, and happiness.
My name is Joey. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I've known Jonny since early teens, summer camp, college, traveling, all over. I want to tell you a quick story. Jonny and I studied abroad together in Sweden. We took a trip to Munich for Oktoberfest, which I'm sure all of you can imagine was amazing. And on the way home, we took this 15-hour train ride from Munich back to Sweden, and it was overnight, and we had a cabin with 2 other people, and it wasn't a sleeper. 2 benches, 4 people, all strangers except for me and him. We had a suitcase full of booze, and one of the girls who was in the room, she was from New Zealand, she was currently reading the Twilight books. So this trip ended up, all 4 of us, strangers. A guy who didn't even speak English until he drank enough. Jonny ended up reading Twilight in a British accent. We shared rum. We had an incredible time. We shared stories. To see him thrive in that kind of environment was amazing. And there were a lot of things about this story and this trip that kind of told me about who Jonny really was. He's always open for new experiences, always. His ability to connect with people is incredible. Strangers, anyone you can walk by on the street, to find some sort of connection and to build on it, he's so empathetic that it's frustrating at times. That you want to be mad at him for feeling for other people or for feeling for you, and you just can't. It's not possible. He has this incredible ability. He's very generous, giving away alcohol that we bought with our own good money to strangers. It's kind of a big deal when you're in college and you're traveling. And he always thrives in these situations where other people might struggle. To be in a foreign land, to be with foreign people, language barriers, money.
on a train in the middle of the night in a country that you've never been to before in your life, and he made it work. I followed his lead 100% of the way, and he made it work, and we got home safe. We got to see each other grow up through a lot, and Jonny might not have realized it at the time, but it was very clear to me that Annie was always home to him. Anywhere we traveled to, any trip we went on, every winter vacation, we came back and he always went back to Annie, and that was his grounding force, and that's what made him happy all the time. And it was really cool to see that, and see how that developed, especially into the beautiful relationship that they have today. He's one of the most patient and calculated people that I know, and I consider myself patient, so again, very frustrated. But he's the guy that you want in your corner all the time. I feel lucky every day to have him around me, and I know Annie feels the same way. And this goes without saying, and I apologize for the cliche, but tomorrow will be the happiest day of your lives, because I know just how much you actually make each other happy. To less concussions, to more drinks, and to Jonny and Annie.
My booze?
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Vital. I'm Molly. And I'm Carly. We're a few of Annie's childhood friends, and we're so excited to be here tonight celebrating our Annabelle, as we often call her, and Jonny. When we were discussing what to say tonight, we went back and forth and reminisced about all of the memories and adventures we've shared with Annie over the past 20 plus years. Which, as Joey just mentioned, who mentioned it? Everyone. It's been a very long time. It's kind of scary. Ultimately, we decided that rather than sharing those inside jokes and silly stories with you guys, we'd keep most of those on the inside and speak directly to you, Jonny, about all of the reasons why we love Annie and why you're so lucky to have her. Jonny, you know you're in for an incredible life with Annie because
everyone who knows Annie knows that she is incredibly sweet, but Annie also has a sassy side. She's not afraid to speak her mind, which is very helpful because when she has an opinion about something, you'll certainly know about it.
Annie's also quick and witty. She really has a great sense of humor, which comes along with the cutest snort in her laugh that makes us laugh even harder. Annie loves to find new local hangs and try new restaurants, unless it's known to be exotic or spicy, in which case you're out of luck. And as much as she loves to explore, Annie also really enjoys staying in. You guys could be anywhere and she'd be happy just knowing that you guys are together.
She loves spending quality time with her amazing family. So much so, we had to convince her to move out from their house and move in with you. But don't worry, it didn't take too much convincing.
Annie is compassionate. We can tell by the way she loves and nurtures her students. But don't get too comfortable, Jonny. She knows how to discipline and use timeouts.
Annie is so strong. If she loses her keys or gets stuck in bad traffic, she may freak out, but in moments of real crisis, Annie is so dependable. As she has always been there for us when we have needed support, we know you will always be able to count on her to be your rock.
Annie has fabulous taste in friends, if we do say so ourselves. So it looks like you're stuck with us. But on a more serious note, you'll always be surrounded by all of the wonderful friends and family that Annie has in her life, so many of whom are here tonight. Annie is driven and determined, whether it was getting into her #1 dream school, UCSB, becoming a teacher at her first choice elementary school, which also happens to be the same school that we all went to together, or ending up with you, Jonny. Annie knows what she wants and won't settle for anything less than that, and you should always know that you are her #1 choice. Jonny. From the first time we learned of your existence, those first few weeks of freshman year in Santa Barbara, through the ups and downs of dating in college and ultimately moving in together in LA, we have always seen how happy you have made Annie, how compatible and right you are for each other, and how you've grown and supported each other, and how beautiful your life is together.
We have listed several reasons why you, Jonny, are lucky to have Annie. But as Annie has always known, and we have witnessed over the years, there are just as many reasons she is truly lucky to have you, and why she, #fell for Vargas. We couldn't be happier that you have each other. We love you guys. Cheers.
Very well done.